This episode is going to be brought to you by Jergens Hand Lotion, and for Mariah, Acme dildos and vibrators. Just kidding, Mariah.
Laurel Pesh.
Oh,
This is the video where you guys all try and convince people you're straight.
there was a period in college where I was confused for about 17 seconds, but I got over it and I've been fully straight since.
And her bush is epically huge in the Playboy pictures. It's fucking outrageous.
You can see her tits, I kid you not.
But she's been railed more times than Amtrak is my number 6, Bobby Brown.
She rates a 3 on my finger scale. That means I cut off 3 of my fingers to bang her.
She's like beautiful, and that ass is insane.
And there's some kind of hints at lesbianism in that video. Jay, hand check.
Hey, there's somebody for everybody.
Mariah damn near flashed me about 30 seconds ago. I shit you not. So, no, I'm not saying anything's going on, but it was a little bit weird. But anyway,
You can't go fucking wrong with a hot blonde that plays guitar.
I've actually told people that I'm trisexual because I'll try anything once.
The hair metal guru from Warren to Crew. The hair metal guru. Never forget Charlie too.
Welcome to the Hair Metal Guru. My name is Anthony. They call me the Guru. And if you were around here like a week ago, we did a video on the hottest dudes in hair metal. Well, now we got to do the flip side of such video. Today, we're talking about the hottest chicks in hair metal. So with that, let's meet our contestants. Right below me, we got Mariah. Mariah damn near flashed me about 30 seconds ago. I shit you not. So no, I'm not saying anything's going on, but it was a little bit weird. But anyway, Mariah, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me. This will be fun. This is the video where you guys all try and convince people you're straight and you like women. So,
And
fun.
Mariah tries to convince everybody that she's not a lesbian, which we're pretty sure she is. I've actually told people that I'm trisexual because I'll try anything once. All right.
Does that involve sheep?
Shut up. Shut up. No. It was one time and I was drunk. Okay. Anyway, just all right. Hey, follow Mariah. I'll put her X handle out there. Right next to her, we have Jay Brennan from the band City to City. We just premiered their cover song, and Ryan as well is on that. We premiered the cover song, their Rat cover of Giving Yourself Away. So hey, go check that out. But Jay from City to City and Stone Park Ritual, welcome back.
Always happy to be here, man.
Awesome. And right next to me, we have Ryan from Metalcast and City to City. Ryan, welcome back.
All right, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Ryan always has the shortest and sweetest introductions and goodbye.
Oh, it is one sentence.
And I've been trying to figure out, I think this episode is going to be brought to you by Jergens Hand Lotion, and for Mariah, Acme dildos and vibrators. Just kidding, Mariah. So yes, we did hottest dudes, and this time for the hottest chicks episode, we decided, because I don't want to, but there are hot band chicks, but we decided to open it up to video vixens, maybe album cover girls and band girls. So that's, the parameters are pretty far and wide what we had to choose from. Before we get into it, hey, follow me on X at Hair Metal Guru, and please, in the description, you'll see a link to I host Hair Metal Mansion on Rock 101 KLOL every Saturday from 6 to 8. So you'll find the link to that. You'll also find a link to Hair Metal Guru merch if you want to check that shit out. So all sorts of stuff to fulfill your hair metal needs. And with that, we each picked 10 hair metal chicks that we think are hot as shit. And I think we're going to go with this rotation. We're going to go with Mariah, Jay, Ryan. Mariah, who are you a lesbian for at number 10?
Yeah, I guess it's fitting that, woman's going first. This is going to be a surprising pick. I feel like this could be a lot of people's number ones or pretty close to it. But I never thought she was as hot as everyone else did. Tawny Kitaen, however that name is pronounced, from the Here I Go Again music video from Whitesnake.
Okay.
Everyone knows what she looks like. Everyone's familiar with that part of the video. So that's my number 10.
And she was not only she was also in Still of the Night too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And she was on the Rat cover, and she was married or dating Robin Crosby.
I think
Yeah,
dating.
something apparently this list has in common is multiple people on my list dated or were married to Robin Crosby.
That must have been a well, fuck. He was like 6'5", and and he wasn't like one of those puny little, skinny little rock. I mean, dude was 6'5" and looked like the fucking Hulk. I mean, he was a big. So I mean, a lot of girls are attracted to that. By the way, I'm 6'3", no big deal. So, and
But you have
yes,
no hair.
shut the fuck up, Jay. Jay. And yes, she was on the cover of the Out of the Cellar album back when she was dating Robin Crosby. Okay. I
Hey,
feel
I
like
can be 6'3" in heels and I have hair.
better
So
have, better have big jeans. How tall are you?
I'm 5'7",
Okay. Better
a
have
little
some
bit over that.
big Gene Simmons heels if you want to do that.
I,
Okay.
I have massive platform heels that Gene Simmons and all of them would be proud of. So
Sure, I'm sure. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Jay, what's your number 10?
Michelle Meldrum from Phantom Blue.
Oh, no shit.
Ooh, nice.
Dude, you can't go fucking wrong with a hot blonde that plays guitar. I
Yeah.
mean, really, it sells itself, So I don't think most people probably heard of Phantom Blue. They came out pretty late in the game, but I dig them and they're good eye candy. And shit, she can play. I mean, she plays good. So that's my number 10.
I had that CD. It was their debut CD was called Built to Perform. Then a
Yes, it
fucking
was.
buddy of mine borrowed it and never gave it back to me. So
Yeah.
it was actually a little heavier. It wasn't Vixen. They were like fucking
Right.
heavy metal. So Vixen to me is more pop metal. Phantom Blue was pretty heavy metal. But yeah, I remember it. She was attractive. All right, awesome. Ryan, what's your number 10?
Well, before I get to my number 10, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to some rock star wives, okay? The three that I like best. Suzette Snyder, Dee's wife.
Nope.
Yasmin Liban, Simon Liban's wife, amazing. And Cheryl Cooper, Alice Cooper's wife. And
Yeah.
these guys all scored well. But for my number 10, I got Nita Strauss, the Alice Cooper guitarist, fitness nut model, plays guitar for the LA Rams at their stadium. So Nita Strauss, she's a little newer. This is the most modern one I have on the list, but man, does she deserve to be on the list.
She played with what did you said Alice Cooper, right?
Yes.
Okay. I know who she is. She's not on my
he's
list.
very talented.
She's hot as shit. So okay. Okay. All right. My number 10, the hottest hair metal chick that I can think of is Mariah. Just kidding, Mariah. Yeah, but you're in my honorable mention, so there you go. Okay. My number 10, and this is where, and the only reason I thought of this is because Mariah is like my hair metal soul sister, is my number 10 is also Tawny Katane.
Oh,
Not shitting.
I was not expecting that one.
Whenever we do these, we always it's like we always have like a lot of the same picks. It's kind of eerie in a way. So Tawny Katane in those Whitesnake videos was basically the human equivalent of a car wash, except instead of cleaning the Jag with a washcloth and wax, she was out there polishing it with her ass cheeks. And I invite her over to, clean my car anytime she wants. Rest in peace. Sorry, but I'm judging by how she was back then, not by how she is buried 6 feet under. So
I was gonna say, man, isn't that illegal in a few states?
yeah,
But
In a few states.
I don't want to think about it. Okay, but if you did not know, she was in it. Well, she was in a few movies. She was in a hilarious Tom Hanks movie called Bachelor Party. If you have never seen that movie, I implore you. It is funny as fuck. One of my favorite comedies of the 80s. And Tom Hanks, obviously an amazing actor, but that movie is hilarious. And she plays like his fiance, and he's having his bachelor party, and all his buddies are all about like hookers and drugs. And so, somebody's trying to get him to cheat on Tawny Katane so he can steal. Anyway, it's a hilarious movie. So Tawny Katane's in that. She is my number 10. So with that, we're moving on to our number 9s. Mariah, who's your number 9?
Very nice. Well, I have Carla, probably gonna mess up her name. Carla Gugino. That's also an actress, but she was in the Always video, for Bon Jovi.
Sure.
Real
Sure.
pretty brunette. She was really pretty then. She's still really pretty now. I look at some of these women, and some of them didn't age well. Some of them I look and I'm like, oh yeah, I can that didn't go so well for you. But she definitely aged well, maybe because she wasn't, as much as part of the scene as she was an actress. But
Sure.
gorgeous brunette. That would be my number 9.
Sure. Okay. Fuck. And I'm trying to picture it. I know that song really.
She's
well.
that chick from the movie Son-in-Law.
Oh no
Oh.
shit.
Yeah.
Son of
Nice.
that hooked up with Pauly Shore, the dark-haired girl. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
she's
correct.
good.
I'll be damned. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff. I was like, hey, she looks familiar, and then I'm like, oh, I've seen a lot of movies and shows with her. She's pretty.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Jay, what's your number 9?
Fiona.
Fiona.
Attaboy.
Hey. From
Yeah.
Ooh, You're Sexing Me.
With Kip Winger. That's right.
Winger Fiona.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see her make Ryan's list, but he's kind of got the Kip Winger thing going on with, the Playgirl obsession he has.
Now he
I
wants
mean,
to
it might
bang Kip Winger, not Fiona.
I know it just might translate over. I mean, depends upon if he wants to fool somebody that day or not.
Sure.
Right, right?
Stop stealing my thunder.
I think Fiona married a famous rock
Bo Hill.
producer. Who? Bo
She
Hill.
married Bo Hill.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Awesome, Fiona. All right, Ryan, what's your number 9?
Susie Hatton of the Fallen Angel music video fame, actress, musician, and Brett's girlfriend for a moment there in the late 80s, early 90s.
Fuck.
Hell yeah, she's on my
Yeah,
list.
bitch, I
Yeah.
forgot all about her.
Yeah, kind of pop metal-ish with her one album that was called Body and Soul, I believe. But obviously, Brett scored her, and she scored Brett.
I have that Body and Soul CD. And I can, like, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, this one, there's so many fucking videos for you to remember every fucking chick. But damn it. I mean, she would have made so I'm not going to add her after, but
Yeah.
she would have made my list. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
and she really stood out in that video.
Oh.
That's one you really remember.
totally. Totally. I remember like when I was teaching, sometimes kids would be like, "Oh, play some music videos or something." We had study hall or whatever, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, okay, I can play that," and that that's got a cool story, that video. But then you forget there's like a scene where she's in a bikini and she's
Yeah.
all fucking, and now I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, I'm gonna get fired." But anyway, so okay, my number 9. If you remember in the early 90s, there was a girl that dominated the headlines for what she did for this band's career and this band's videos. In 93, Aerosmith put out the album Get a Grip. And Alicia, or is it Alicia, whatever, Alicia Silverstone starred in 3 videos, crazy, crying, and amazing. And in one of the videos, she is in it with Liv Tyler, Steven Tyler's daughter, and there's some kind of hints at lesbianism in that video. But Alicia Silverstone, and she went on to do a bunch of movies. She was Clueless. She was hugely famous for a while, but she had a fucking look about like kind of like this. Oh, I don't know, but she was smoking hot. She rates a 3 on my finger scale. That means I cut off 3 of my fingers to bang her. Unbelievable. Alicia Silverstone is my number 9.
She still looks good too. She's
She
still
does.
By the
gorgeous.
way, that's
Yeah.
both you two assholes in a row mentioned somebody in a video that I completely forgot about. Thanks, gentlemen.
You're welcome.
But with Alicia Silverstone, yeah, she's still fucking hot.
Yeah.
One of my buddies from back in the day had such a thing for her, and well, I did too, but not to that degree. He cut pictures of her out of a magazine and kept them in his fucking guitar case.
No shit.
I'm thinking that it was more than an inspiration sort of a deal. I mean, you get the picture,
sure.
right?
I get the picture. Jay, hand check. He's over at his girlfriend's place. So, okay, we're moving on to our number 8. Mariah, what's your number 8?
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna hammer it in, Jay and Anthony, because I have Susie Hatton.
No shit.
Yeah.
Ah,
Dang it. Son of a.
Yeah,
apparently
yeah.
I
I
didn't do
mean,
my homework very
I know. You look at some photos of her, she's gorgeous.
Oh.
Like, she's got beautiful blonde hair, she's got a pretty smile.
Ah,
She is just a stunner.
yes.
And I'm also noticing the different ways I describe women compared
Right.
to how you guys describe women. I'm using the words pretty,
Yeah.
and pretty has not come up for any of you
And we're like bootylicious and bang the shit out of her and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Mariah's
no,
like,
but
oh,
Those are
she's
romantic
absolutely.
terms in some places, you know that, right?
And you know what I liked about, like, if you remember the beginning of the Fallen Angel video, like she's wearing a sweatshirt and jeans. She's at home with her family, and she was beautiful that way. She didn't need to, do all the fucking makeup. She just looked great in her natural whatever. I'm sure they made her up, but anyway, yeah, she was smoking hot. All right, okay. Jay, what's your number 8?
Well, somebody who should be an inspiration for Charlie, given the OnlyFans stuff, Lorraine Lewis.
Right, right from Femme Fatale.
You got it.
She's Vixen
Now,
at some point.
while I don't know anybody who's actually subscribed to her OnlyFans, I mean, one of you guys has got to be up for the fucking task, just so the rest of us know, right? I mean,
Hey,
if anybody out there in YouTube land is watching this and happens to be on her OnlyFans, hook us up with some
send us some
information.
pictures or something for
Yeah.
shit. Um, she was gonna make my list. I shit you not, but I put her in my honorable mentions because we have chatted a few times, Lorraine and I, about doing an interview, and she's like, yes, I'll do it, I'll do it, but then she never fucking, gets back to you. Then she was like, hey, I'm gonna give your information to my publish. I have a new publicist. I'm like, sounds good. Here's my email address. Never hear anything. So Lorraine, I'm waiting to talk to you, and then you'll make my list. All right. Okay, I get
That's
you.
that's extortion. That's genius.
Fuck. I mean, geez,
Yeah.
get on it. All right, Ryan, what's your number 8?
Here's where I got Fiona. I love that duet with Kip. That is such a good song. It's such a forgotten classic. And
Yep.
like hearing Kip come in the second part of that verse, you're like, fuck, this guy's voice is so amazing and it complements hers so well. But yeah, I've always loved that song, especially. And that was like her one rock album. The rest are a little too poppy. But yeah, she's a cute little thing.
Yeah, she is. She is. Okay. Fiona. All right. I kind of rearranged something, not based on anything. So I'm going to tell you what I did. I was going to have Janet Gardner here. And the only thing I didn't like about Janet Gardner was her hair was always so fucking poofed out. I was never big into that. I mean, I understood 80s hair, but it was like almost kind of ridiculous. However, there is a live concert of Vixen on YouTube where she's wearing a scorpion shirt and she looks smoking hot. So, Janet, here's where I give you your props. And I'm going to change it, and I'm not going to put the album cover that I think everybody probably has on. I am going to go with this girl from the Lillian Axe Love and War cover. And I know her fucking name because Grok on X told me. Her name is Sharon Case, who later became known for her role on the soap opera General Hospital. But
Interesting.
yes, so but I think out of the album cover girls, her and well, there's probably another album cover girl that'll be coming up on a lot of people's list. I'm sure most people know who I'm talking about. So anyway, Sharon Case from Lillian Axe is my number 8, and my number 8A, kudos to Ryan, is Janet Gardner from Vixen, and I got to let Charlie in. Okay, so that's our number 8s. We're on to our number 7s. Mariah, what's your number 7?
Yeah, Sharon Tate would have been on my list. I couldn't figure out what her name was, and so I just opted not to have girls on here that I didn't know their names because I was like, I'm just saying she's from something. I don't want to do that. She would have been on the list if I'd thought of her name. But my number 7 has already been brought up. It is Alicia Silverstone from the Crying music video. She's gorgeous, beautiful, and she's funny. and she's just really pretty. She's gorgeous.
And I shouldn't, but like in that scene where they're leaving the private school, they got their schoolgirl outfits. I mean, that's so fucking, you know, oh, the schoolgirl outfits, and then they tie him up and shit, and yeah. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah, she was
Hmm.
beautiful.
yeah,
Is beautiful.
is beautiful. Okay, all right, Jay, what's your number 7?
Doro Pesh.
Oh, Doro, shit.
Nice.
Everybody should fucking like all we are. And fucking, all she is hot as fuck. We had a hell of a good singer. So
Hey, I shit you not, and I don't know where it is. I have an old 80s rock magazine. I don't think it was Kerrang. I have a bunch of foreign 80s rock magazines, and there's a picture of Doro Pesch in one of them and with her tits out. She has
Whoa.
her, like, and you can see her tits. I kid you not. And I was like, holy shit. Like, didn't expect to see that. So anyway.
so did that involve Jergens for you?
Um Hey, I got fucking Jergens extra. Fucking, I got like the gallon. Just kidding. All right. But yes, back in the day, it could have. All right. Okay. Ryan, what's your number 7?
All right, this is one that I doubt anybody has heard of, but her name is Martina Axon, and she is from a band called Aphrodite. Okay. So this was an all-female Swedish band, and I stumbled upon her while watching the god-awful song attempt at like a Stars or We Are the World, and I believe it was organized by Joey Tempest. It was from like 85 or
You
86.
sent that to me on Instagram, right?
Yeah, this song is so bad,
Horrible.
but she really caught my eye. And just to prove how fine she is, and I'm sure no one will look it up, so I will show you how fine she is. Look at that sweet little thing.
Oh,
That's
damn.
from the Stars video, or the We Are the World thing. And yeah, so she's fine, and she caught my eye. So there you go.
I will put pictures of everybody in here so you know
Ah,
what they look like. But yeah, no, that's because I didn't know who you're talking about. Okay.
yeah.
My number 7, and I always look for any excuse to put Electric Angels in a video, but you might not have thought of this. But the one video that Electric Angels got for their 1990 debut album is an amazing song called Rattlesnake Kisses that should have been a massive hit. But do you know what girl was in that video?
Only because you told me.
Christina Applegate from Married with Children was in that video. So she
Really?
counts. And Christina Applegate is like most of all the posters that I had on my wall in high school were bands. But the one girl poster that I had was a poster of Christina Applegate. I still remember she was wearing like a leopard skin vest and
Ooh.
jeans and kind of fucking all her shit was hanging out. But I think most metal dudes, because she seemed like a metal chick, right? On Married with Children. She
Yeah.
seemed like she would be a metal chick. Well, you might not know this. There was, I don't know what, some awards show in like 89 or 90. And her date, excuse me, I'm fucking choking. Her date was a guy named Brad Pitt. And guess who she ditched Brad Pitt for and left with?
Sebastian Bach.
Bach. So, anyway, she has some hair metal connections. She's hot as shit. She was in the Electric Angels video. So, Christina Applegate is my number 7.
Nice.
Take
I
that.
didn't realize that.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
It's a good
Oh,
one.
Hell yeah. Has anybody read the Sebastian Bach autobiography?
Yep, I got it.
It's
Not yet.
and I love to read. It was good, but I didn't think it was as good as it could have been. Like, I don't know, for some reason I just didn't think the writing was all that great. Anyway. Okay. All right, we are moving on to our number 6s. Mariah, what's your number 6?
Yeah, so I have the A Girl on an Album cover I assume a lot of people have is Lorianne Carr, well known for being on the Slaughter Stick It To You album and also being Robin Crosby's ex-wife. So there's another one.
Robin
Nice.
Crosby must have gotten He must have laid more pipe than fucking Fargo Plumbing. Holy shit.
But I think everyone sees that cover and thinks she's hot.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And she's designed to be, of course,
Yes.
but
And then on the Stick It Live, then you see the backside of her or something, right? Yeah.
I think so, something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice choice.
I nobody has to say it, but I bet she's on here again eventually. Okay. Jay, what's your number 6?
Well, you said Robert Crosby's laid a lot of pipe. Well, one person he didn't get, but she's been railed more times than Amtrak, is my number 6, Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jamie Lane, Tommy Lee, how many ever Hollywood actors? I mean, yeah.
Dennis Rodman, I think.
Yeah. I mean, hot as fuck,
I
but
think.
and she would have rated higher, but being hot as fuck, I wouldn't touch that shit with a 10-foot pole, man.
Well, do you know where people first heard about her?
Wait, what?
Well, she won Star Search. She was on Star Search for like fucking weeks and weeks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Then she was in Once Bitten, Twice Shy video.
The Once Bitten, Twice Shy video. And she was a smoke show in that video. Holy ball. Yeah. Okay. She's in all of the video vixens in hair metal, she probably is towards the top of when people think video vixens. So all right, Ryan, what's your number 6?
One that I expect you guys to have, and another album cover, and that is Marianne Gravatt from the Invasion of Your Privacy album cover and many Playboy pictures. She is so fucking hot, one of the best, and her bush is epically huge in the Playboy pictures. It's fucking outrageous. It wouldn't deter me, but it's outrageous.
Dude,
Would it got to be like
shit.
Like
But
climate?
What month and year is she in?
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Just look her up. I don't know, but it's early 80s. So
Would you have to get some skis and go climbing through the brush to get to
dude,
paradise or what?
It looks like Jay's goatee.
Hey, man, I hope my fucking facial hair looks better than a bush. This is not a fucking glory hole. You know what I mean?
Jay, you'd probably do a hell of a glory hole. All right. All right. Hey, if you got talents, don't be afraid to hide them, Jay.
Oh, I got talents, all right, but that ain't one of them, and I ain't about to try. I mean, I don't want to take Ryan's job away from him.
There was a period in college where I was confused for about 17 seconds, but I got over it and I've been fully straight since. Okay. All right.
I don't know about that one.
Shit, who just went? Is that Jay?
Me.
Okay. Ryan, what's your number 6?
No,
was
Ryan
it.
just won.
Oh, Ryan, that was Ryan's number 6. Okay.
Yeah.
My number 6. If you remember in the early 90s, this girl who hosted MTV's Headbangers Ball Europe, Vanessa Warwick. She had blonde hair. It was always kind of funky. She colored it a lot. We were talking before we hit record about, hopefully she's not in anybody's list, but a girl in my honorable mentions, her name is Tanya O'Callahan. She played bass in Whitesnake. And I said she's in my honorable. I think Vanessa Warwick looks like the early 90s version. She was hot as shit. And she did all sorts of interviews and MTV specials with hard rock bands. And there's video of her interviewing Warrant and Skid Row. So smoke show. And I'll give a shout out. My a buddy of mine that I've never met, but runs a YouTube. It's called Richie Kearns Productions. He does a lot of cool like documentary style YouTube videos. Well, anyway, he just interviewed Vanessa on his channel, so go check that out. But she was a smoke show. She is my number 6.
Nice. I remember her.
You remember her? Okay. All right. Awesome. We are on to our number 5s. I feel like we're kind of, there's not as much to talk about because it's like, you don't know shit about these people except for a couple of them. So, All
A
right.
couple know that they're hot. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, some of them you're just like, yeah, they're fucking hot. That's all I know, but they're hot. Okay.
Yep, everyone agrees, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're moving on to our number fives. And Mariah, what's your number five?
Yeah, my number five. A little surprised she hasn't been mentioned. Maybe she will. Kim Anderson from the Girls' School music video by Brittany Fox.
Shit. I didn't even think
Jeez.
about that. Fuck.
That was one of the first names that popped in my head. I had five names that when we said we're gonna do one about hot women from hair metal, that was one of the five names, and then I had to come up with the other ones. But it could be because I saw the video recently for the videos that we did, and
Yeah.
she's
Oh,
gorgeous.
Mariah, I'm so proud of you. You'll soon realize why.
Hold on. We got to get the hottest hair metal chick ever. Is right here. It's Charlie. She has 8 movies. That makes her the hottest hair metal chick of all time. All right.
And she's blonde.
Huh?
And she's blonde.
And she's blonde, and she has OnlyFans. So take that, Lorraine Lewis. All right. Okay. Jay, what's your number five?
Den Steele's ex-wife, Charisse Riddell.
Ah.
That's
In a
good.
girls,
How
girls,
about
girls video.
Oh, that's right. She was in that.
Yep, she's got some big ass titties. Her reality show was pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, not a surprise why she married Vince Neil, but pretty good arm piece.
Jay is all about the big ass titties. I've never been about the big ass titties. I've just always been about the average.
There is few things finer in life than looking above you and instead of big old titties.
Nah. Okay. I mean, we each have our shit that we like. I guess that's
right.
And most people are, I have some weird girl shit. Like I like girls with short hair. I like girls with smaller boobs. Maybe it's not my homosexual side. I'm not homosexual, but just there are some weird things that I like girls in glasses. I think girls in glasses are hot as shit.
I will agree with that one. I think people, yeah.
Essentially, what I'm trying to say is that I like your everyday school librarian is what I'm kind of going.
Hey, there's somebody for everybody.
That's right. That's right.
Somewhere there's got to be a dating app that will suit you fine, G. We just need to find it for you.
School librarian fucking .com shit. Something like that. All right. Shit, now who just went?
Me.
Oh, okay, Ryan, what's your number five?
Janet Gardner. Very striking, specific looks, sharp features, and a voice that absolutely rules. I love her voice, and she's still putting out really killer rockin' tunes, which I'm pretty surprised at how good they are. But those first two Vixen albums, I really enjoy, especially album number two.
She still looks good too. And I think it's with her husband or her boyfriend that she's doing music.
Yeah,
now.
Husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, and FYI, I am single. Jay and Ryan, not single. The guru, single. And people are like, yeah, there's probably a reason why you're single, motherfucker. Okay. All right. Okay, so my number five. Okay, here's where we get into the chick. And I looked, and I can't find out who it is. But I just interviewed the lead singer of the band Bangalore Choir, and their first video was a song called Loaded Gun. And in that video, it's kind of weird. The band's playing in a barn. There's a couple of kids playing cowboys and Indians. There's a dude who is Jared Leto from the band 30 Seconds to Mars. But this chick that flirts with him is smoking hot. And she got kind of long, blondish, brownish hair. It's nice and straight. It's not big and 80s puffy, which it probably wouldn't be by 1992 anyway. But smoking hot. I just wrote down Bangalore Choir Girl because I don't know her name. I should actually message David Reese and see if he knows. But she's hot. Go check out that video. She's my number five.
Oh, I'm sure he knows.
Yeah. Didn't you guys remember that video or?
I've never seen that video.
And That's a good fucking album. That's a really good song. Go check it out.
Yeah, I got the album. I don't know, there's a lot of videos I probably missed.
Oh, sure. Yeah, totally. Totally. All right, we are done with our number fives. We're on to our number fours. Mariah, who are you a lesbian for at number 4?
Well, again, she's already been brought up, but it's the girl on my shirt, Bobby Brown from the Cherry Pie music video. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And like red lipstick is her thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone does it better. She's gorgeous. She's
is
hot.
anybody- I don't know if any of you fuckers read besides me. Has anybody read her book, Dirty Rock?
I got both of them.
Okay. I don't think I have the second one, but
It's not quite as good as the first one, but
I know she wrote 2, but
yeah, I didn't get the second one. But if you remember, like I think it was when she was dating Tommy Lee, he got her started on meth, or she started smoking meth, and that fucked her up for a while. So yeah,
I can't remember if it was then or if it was after she found out that he took off with Pam Anderson.
yeah, I don't know. But I'm actually, I mean, and it's no big deal because she's friends with about 80,000. But I added her on Facebook because I was like, fuck, I wanted to see if she would come on do an interview. She did an interview with Jason Green, waste some time with Jason Green. So I'm like, maybe she'll come on. So anyway, on all her Facebook stuff is all religious, and she's found God, which I mean, awesome. I think that's great. I mean, she's moved past all of that and seems to be in a good place in her life. So that's cool.
better than drugs.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Better than meth. But no, she's absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
And that video, she looks incredible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We know it. The band knows it. Everyone knows it.
Yes.
Janie Lane definitely knew it.
Danny Lane definitely knew it. And she kind of, I don't want to say ruined it, but like I've heard that when his drinking, and he was going to end up an alcoholic regardless, but when his drinking got out of control and went from being fun to being like out of control is when he was getting divorced from her. So is what I've heard.
Yeah, that happens, unfortunately. Wish it didn't.
Yep. All right. Jay, what's your number 4?
Oh, she's been mentioned, but Tawny Katane.
Okay. All right.
Same things. Yeah, the Hood of the Jag, Rats album cover. I have seen that Tom Hanks movie you mentioned. She was funny as shit in there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to dig her up to have a little fun, buddy, go ahead. But
Jeez.
he was hot as shit
Dude.
back. So
one of the best highlights. The highlight that I think for her is this Love video when she's like slow dancing and she's wearing like a white mini skirt and like you could see the black thong underwear, but outlined with the mini skirt. Fuck, she's like probably the best in that video. Not that I've studied it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay.
well, in thinking of some of these, like her, like Bobby Brown, like a lot of rock star wives back then, or video vixens or whatever, they really kind of got the short end of the stick when it came to life. If you think about it, they all ended up with some sort of a problem, usually a substance abuse nature, and everything wasn't all roses for them.
Well,
So,
I mean, fuck. I mean, if you were hanging out with rock stars all the time, you were going to be offered drugs constantly. I mean,
right.
that's even if you were dating a rock star that wasn't doing drugs, somebody in the band was probably doing drugs, and somebody in the band's girlfriends was probably doing drugs. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Every concert that comes into town, everybody that's in that town is like, that is their night to party. And so even if the band is like, everybody wants to party with them. Everybody's offering them shit. Anyway, I'm getting off track.
Well, that's kind of like how groupies became a thing. If you think about it, these chicks that live in town X or whatever.
Yeah.
Here comes the fucking band that they love that's on MTV, on the radio or whatever.
Yeah.
What's one way they're going to be able to get backstage to party with them?
Yeah. Now, even if you have a really strong will, that, it's not
Yes.
easy. A lot of those women just didn't. And anyone, it's constant.
Totally. I mean, you got to go. You got to go to your hotel. You can go by yourself, or some hot chick who's, and maybe you've had a few beers that night, or a little bit more of something else, and some hot chick is like, "Hey, I'll go back to your room. I'll do whatever." I mean,
And it's all good until you burn when you piss a couple days.
I could say no to it, but I bet you fuckers couldn't. And while Ryan was talking about, here's another weird thing about me. Ryan was talking about her wearing fucking thongs. I hate thongs, even if you're hot as shit. I don't I like to leave a little bit to the imagination. So I like underwear that like covers, not big fucking grandma panties, but have a little thing on the side and have the
Like
underwear,
cheeky ones.
that covers the cheeks.
I don't mind thongs. I just don't like thong bikinis. To me, that's just too much. But
Yeah.
actual underwear.
I mean, I like wearing thongs myself, but I don't like my girls to wear.
You don't need a match. You don't need a match.
I don't even wear
That's your
underwear.
thing.
Man.
What you're going to put on your head when you go rob a 7-Eleven, I don't care about.
That's
Let's make that clear.
I'm free as a bird, FYI, just so you guys know. So okay, I think shit.
That's
Now I
disturbing.
forget. I always forget where I'm. Who just went?
Jay.
Jay. Okay, we're at Ryan's number 4.
All right, this one's for Jason, who's not present tonight. I got the Canadian Lee Aaron. Amazing. Yeah, amazing singer, put out great albums. If you are unfamiliar with Lee Aaron, check out the 1989 album called Body Rock. All her stuff from the heyday on through that rules. She got pretty poppy, but it's still catchy rock. So Lee Aaron, beautiful and a good musician.
Geez, like right now I couldn't tell you one song that she sings, and I know I've listened to some stuff, and I'll be honest, when I listen to it, I'm like, okay, I probably need to sit down and listen to it a little bit more, because I know fucking Canada goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over her, so
Yeah,
yeah. All right,
that's a good album to start with.
Devil Queen. All right, my number 4. Here is going to be my strangest pick. You guys are not going to I don't fucking believe it. But do you guys remember, you guys remember the band Every Mother's Nightmare, right? They had a minor hit with a ballad called Love Can Make You Blind. I love that song. But their first music video was a song called Walls Come Down. It's a fucked up video. Like the main part of the video is the band is playing a concert, but then it's spliced in with the band partying backstage with a bunch of random chicks, and the band is like making out with all of these random chicks. It's completely fucked up. But it's also kind of funny. But there's a girl that's in the music video for about 3 or 4 seconds. I shit you not, I've never forgot her. It's at 1 minute and 34 seconds, and I'll put a picture of a still shot. It's at 1 minute and 34 seconds of this video. This chick has blonde hair, and I love girls who dress unusual. She has like a black hat on, and like a black and kind of like you can see like her stomach, but she's not dressed like a slut. She has this black hat. She's wearing clothes that cover, maybe shows a little bit of her midriff. She is so smoking hot that the first time I ever saw that video, I was like, I stopped it and I was like, holy shit. Like, I want to marry that girl. And even now, like, as soon as we knew we were going to do this video, she's in the video for like 3 or 4 seconds, but she's always been on my mind. I'm like, fuck. Hey, if anybody knows the girl from Walls Come Down by Every Mother's Nightmare, share this with her and say, hey, I fucking recognize that you were hot as shit. And hey, if you're single, what's up? Let me know. I'm just fucking with you. But yes, so I just called her the Walls Come Down girl at 1 minute 34. Check her out. She's beautiful.
Nice.
So that is my obscure, real strange pick of the day.
I like it. I think that's good, because sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah, right? Do you ever go somewhere and you see like a person, whatever, for Mariah, a guy, or for you guys, some random chick that you're just like, holy shit, that girl's like the most beautiful girl ever, and you never forgot it. I was at a club in Minneapolis once, and this girl she had like piercings all over, and her hair was all done, like weird colors. But and I never forgot this girl. She was like the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen. I was like, holy, and that was years ago. And this girl is kind of like that. So, all right, I'm rambling. Let's move on to our number threes. Mariah, what's your number three?
Yeah, before my number three, I'm curious, since a lot of these women are blonde, just because I feel like blonde is always a little bit more popular for women, especially in the 80s, models, stuff like that. Do you guys blondes or brunettes? Which is your favorite on average, or most typically?
I like both. You know, if you had two girls who looked exactly the same and one of them had blonde hair and one of them had dark hair, I'll be honest, I might choose the blonde. I've always liked blonde hair, but I there's a ton of beautiful girls with black hair or with dark hair too, so that's
For
that's
for
my
me, it
my
kind of
down the
depends
middle.
upon.
What's that, Jay?
For me, it would depend upon the person.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's why I just
some
say more
some
often than
people,
not.
yeah, some women simply would not look good with blonde hair. Some wouldn't look good as a brunette. I mean, I, for instance, I couldn't picture you with blonde hair.
I can't
It just,
picture me as a blonde either. When you said that, I go, I could be a blonde. I have
Okay.
black eyebrows. That's not going to happen.
But I mean, you have a different look. Like there must be some foreign influence in your family.
So my dad's dad is Armenian and Greek.
Okay.
Hence the last
So,
name, hence the dark hair. That's where all that
yes,
comes.
right.
It's definitely not from the Swedish, Norwegian, or Irish, what is the other primary stuff.
And Jay, what's your background? Didn't your family emigrate from Retardistan?
no. You got me confused with Brian. So no, but Irish mostly.
Retardistan. All right. Okay. Shit. Now who went?
Mariah
Oh, I
just
was about to go. I was just
Oh,
curious since
oh,
these
oh,
were
yeah.
all blondes, what your
Yes.
opinions were.
Yes. Okay. So Mariah. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry to.
Yeah. So I have a brunette right now on my list, and that would be model Stephanie Seymour, who was in the November Rain music video, Don't Cry, Victoria's Secret model. She did a lot of stuff. She's insane, but she's gorgeous.
If you dated Axl Rose during that period of Use Your Illusion, you probably had to be insane too. I can't imagine how
Oh,
insane it would have
probably.
been.
All I know is I think she was accused of like running after a later boyfriend with a knife, like got arrested for potential assaults for running at him with a knife or some aggravated assault. I don't know, something like that. I know a lot of Chinese democracy was written about her because how insane she was, but he was obsessed with her because she was gorgeous. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, she's really pretty, but that's not somebody I'd want to spend too much time around probably if you got an anger problem.
I mean, well, and I'm not advocating for just using women. But can you imagine being Axl? How many women were throwing themselves at Axl Rose between 1988 and 1993? I mean, anyway, I'm just that's kind of
Yeah. No, I know, but yeah. So for the list, she's absolutely gorgeous. Dark hair,
totally.
dark eyes. Absolute smoke show. Just
Yeah.
seems a little scary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hey, some people might be into that. Who am I to
yeah.
judge?
Yeah. Jay, I bet Jay's been known to hang out with some psychos back in the day, right, Jay?
I could probably create one hell of a list.
You ever heard the song by the Skid Row cover of the Ramones? Psychotherapy, psychotherapy,
Of course,
psychotherapy. I fucking love that
that
song.
that would have been who I refer to as number two or ex-wife number two.
Right. So, all right. Okay. Jay, what's your number three?
Nobody's mentioned her yet. Lita Ford.
Yep. She's in my
I mean,
honorable.
Yep,
how
same.
many of those polls did she win best female whatever in the 80s and early 90s? Yeah, she's still not bad looking today.
Yep.
She was hot as fuck in the 80s. She played a killer guitar. I mean, hell of a good singer. And, what the hell is, um, I mean, she was with Nikki Sixx. She was with Tony Iommi, if I
Yep.
remember
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Chris Holmes.
Yeah.
I mean, she probably would have been considered a groupie if she didn't play guitar.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, the cover of the Lita album, the album that had "Kiss Me Deadly," her biggest album. She's fucking a smoke show on that, and I saw her live. Fuck, I'm getting so old. But it's like in the last 2 years. She played in Fargo. And I mean, she's definitely a lot older, but she still looks good. I mean, she's just an old, you can see that the wrinkles are starting to come, but she, still is looks like she's in shape, still has the long blonde hair. And I was like, fuck, I'd still tag it. What's up?
She looked really good in the Kiss Me Deadly video
Oh,
specific.
shit, yes. Shit, yes. And what's weird is when you look at the old Runaways, back when she was in the Runaways, she wasn't fat, but she was kind of chubbier a little bit, and did not look anywhere close to how she ended up. I mean, she was like not like hot in the Runaways when she was younger. She got hot later on when she was a solo star.
Interesting,
Well,
because like she was, 30 maybe when Lita came out, or at least more of that. She'd been around for a while, but
Totally. Exactly. All right. Ryan, what's your number 3?
None other than Pamela Anderson. So I got early Pam. I mean, on another level of perfection. She was in Vince Neil's "Can't Have Your Cake" video, so she qualified for the list. But yeah, early Pam was like, you can't really beat it. So there she is, number 3.
I think she would qualify for banging Tommy Lee and Brett Michaels too.
Yeah,
And Vince Neil himself.
and Vince.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Vince
That's
said
why-
it before Tommy
I think
Lee
that's
did.
why Tommy hated Vince so much.
I would have if I'd done just Wives and not any other connection to it, I would have put what's the other one Tommy Lee married?
Heather
Well,
Thomas.
I
Heather
I
Locklear.
think
Heather Locklear.
Heather Locklear. Ooh.
yeah, she's good too.
She's
And
Unbelievable.
what's the other one? I misspoke when I said Dennis Rodman banged Bobby Brown. It was that. Carmen Electra. That
Carmen
was the
Electra.
one. Yeah,
Bang.
I
Dennis
confused
Rodman.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman. Okay. Yeah, fuck. Pam Anderson didn't cross my mind for some reason, but there was a couple year period where she was probably acknowledged as like the most beautiful woman on earth. I mean, she was on
absolutely.
the cover of everything. Everybody talked about her.
Oh yeah,
You know,
Baywatch came out?
Baywatch, and then her with Tommy Lee. Yeah, it was insane.
And
How big she was.
and she
so
was in
pretty.
the stratosphere anyway because of Playboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she used to have normal boobs, and then I hate boob jobs that go. I mean, because fine, if you like big boobs, I mean, if they're natural, but big fake boobs, and they just feel like a beach ball. Because I felt some before, and they're just it's not a turn
Yeah,
on.
they don't. If they don't look natural, they don't look right. I would rather the people just keep with what God gave them and
Yes.
not do all that. I
Yeah.
get it if someone has really, really small ones and they're secure about it, maybe, but so many people ruin perfectly good ones.
I remember there was a girl that was in my area, and I won't say where she was from, but she played basketball, and she had, I kid you not, cannons down to here, and all of a sudden, like her senior year, she showed back up. Showed back up for basketball, and they were like here, and she'd obviously had a major, but those things were hanging down to like her vagina.
You probably had insane back pain. That
Oh,
probably was
I'm sure.
brutal back.
And she was a decent basketball player, but she'd run around those things and I shit you not, I felt bad because you could even if people weren't trying to be mean, you couldn't help but stare. And I'm sure high school kids were laughing And so I mean, I completely understand. No, why am I talking about this? I have no fucking clue. But I completely understand the reduction. But if you're gonna get like boobs, here's where I understand it. Now I'm really going off on a tangent. When you get older and when you have kids, sometimes they flop down. And so I understand why people are like, hey, I want to get them tightened up. But I just don't like when they get the big, huge ones. Anyway,
No, I understand if like you're really insecure, or if it's a medical thing too.
right.
Obviously, there's some of those things, but
Yep.
yeah,
I mean,
I don't
Jay, you're
know.
not against enhancement surgery because didn't you try to get your penis enlarged last year? I got to give Jay shit because he's got a girlfriend now and I don't. What the fuck?
Oh, my bad. I had to kill a fucking wasp. And like not Blackie Lawless wasp.
Right? Right?
Ugh,
Look at his long fucking hair. No wonder he's got a girlfriend. He's got long fucking hair. Just fucking with you, Jay. All right.
my hair's a beautiful thing.
It is. It is. All right. Okay. So who just went? Ryan, right? Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we went off on the boob tangent. My fault. Okay. My number 3. I'll bet anything nobody has this chick in the list. Do you remember the Warrant video for the song Sometimes She Cries off the Dirty Rotten Filthy Stinking Rich album? The girl in there, so the video is like this girl obviously is her and her husband or boyfriend have a kid together. And at the beginning, the girl's all crying and the husband leaves, whatever. But her name is Josie Bissett, and I think I'm pronouncing that right. She ended up being playing the character Jane on the TV show Melrose Place, which I never watched, but was pretty famous in the '90s. So she became a big star. But in the video, she's like, and she's not dressed like a slut. She's like wearing a sweatshirt. She has kind of shorter brown hair. But for some reason, I just like, I'm so attracted to that. Short hair, not all done up and fancy, just kind of looks like the nice Midwestern girl. And at the end of the video, like the guy comes back and they make up. And part of me is like, what, you're just gonna take him back after that guy fucking bailed on you? But she's beautiful. She's not like, stripper beautiful. She's like homegrown. Take her home to mom. Beautiful. The Sometimes She Cries girl, Josie Bissett, is my number 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Digging
Nice.
deep.
All right. All right. We're moving on to our number 2s. Mariah, what's your number 2?
Yeah, Ryan beat me to it. I have Pamela Anderson, and how she qualified was being in the Shelter Me by Cinderella music video.
Oh, she was in that?
Yeah, there was a lot of celebrities in that music video.
I knew, but I don't remember Pam Anderson.
Well, Richard was in there. She was in there. There were a couple other people in there, but she's the only one that would qualify for this list that was in there.
Right?
So yeah, Pamela Anderson. I mean, we kind of already talked about her. Beautiful blonde hair. She knew what she looked good in. Like, yeah, she was absolutely stunning. Still is very pretty, but yeah, she was just unbelievable.
I saw her like now. Apparently, she like doesn't wear makeup anymore. I mean, she still looks good without makeup. But anyway,
Yeah, she does it except for red carpets and stuff like that, I've heard. Which, hey, if that's what you want to do and that's what you're confident in, good for you. But yeah, she's
speaking of
very pretty and was the obsession of a lot of people,
yeah,
celebrities and non.
speaking of Cinderella videos, I almost chose the girl who played remember in the like somebody say or in the Night Songs video, and her sisters were like the evil sisters, and she was cleaning, and they're like, "We're going to the Cinderella concert, and you're staying here." She was really hot too, so I almost included her. Okay, all right, Jay, what's your number 2?
Oh, she was mentioned one time, but the lovely Nita Strauss.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, yet again, another hot blonde guitar player. Only this one's got her own line through Ibanez, which is my favorite guitar manufacturer. The first time I saw her was when Alice Cooper was opening for Motley on the farewell tour. And I remember thinking, holy shit, who is this woman? Would you like to marry me now? Fuck Christ.
Jay, is your girlfriend there?
Yeah, she's right here. But this goes back some days, G. Anyway, yeah, God. I mean, she's phenomenally good looking, very talented. That's my number two.
All right. Okay. Good call. Ryan, what's your number two?
Robin Beck, most known for her song First Time. And she married House of Lords singer James Christian. They're still married. Very good AOR albums in the heyday, still releasing and still absolutely beautiful. And to what Mariah was speaking to and asking about was tastes. And if you were to ask any of my buddies, they would laugh and be like, duh, blonde, blue eyes, tan skin, big fake titties, tiny California chick, like standard. But I realized that a lot of these are brunettes on my list, which is interesting. And Robin Beck was only held off by a very key number one. But Robin Beck is probably one of the most strikingly beautiful, famous rocker women. I mean, she's amazing.
I know that name. Fuck. Can you like name a song that I should listen to?
First Time, and it was a big hit for her. It was in like a Pepsi commercial, I believe, in the United States, and I know that song was like number one elsewhere in the world. But yeah, she had that hit, and then I don't know when she married James Christian, but yeah, they're still married, and like I said, she's still very beautiful.
Right. Okay. Shit. I know the name, but I can't picture it right now. So, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. We are on to our number ones. Holy fuck. So let's see who everybody wants to bang, including Mariah at number one. Mariah, who do you want to bang at number one?
Yeah, so she got mentioned by one person a while ago, and Marianne Gravatt, I think, from the Lay It Down rap music video. She was also on the Rat cover of Invasion of Your Privacy. You'd be hard pressed to find a picture of her with clothes on, as I looked when I hit images and go, oh, okay.
Right?
I was in the back of class looking up names, and I'm like clicking out real fast because I look, well, wasn't expecting that one. But she's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful blonde hair, really striking eyes, just absolutely gorgeous.
She was in what video?
Sure she was definitely like Playboy and stuff like that, but
what video?
Yeah. Certified picture for with clothes on.
Lay It Down.
She was in the Lay It Down video?
Lay It Down, and she was on the cover of Invasion of Your Privacy.
I remember the cover. Trust me, I remember the cover. Just don't and I was that crossed my mind to include, but okay. Marianne Gravatt. All right. Okay. Jay, what's your number one?
Oh, she has been mentioned before. You guys don't have enough taste to have her at number one. Janet Gardner.
Okay.
I mean, fucking hot, okay? And yet again, another guitar player. Are you seeing a pattern here? I mean,
you like
it's
to
right?
Women who play instruments are hot. That's just how it goes.
Right. And
True.
admittingly, if Janet resided in the state of Iowa, which probably good for her, she doesn't, it's Iowa after all. I would be fucking going to the dentist at the office that she is a dental hygienist at just because. Yeah. Anyway, there's my number one, fellas. You guys should have ranked her higher.
Okay. All right. Ryan, dying to hear it. What's your number one?
Here's where I got Kim Anderson. And when you introduced the idea of this, it was like, she's going to be my number one. And, best known for Brittany Fox. She's been all kinds of shit, though. There's just something about her. And I know you're going to show photos, but I got to show this poster above my bench press growing up. And that was quite the inspiring poster. And
what the hell were you doing on that bench?
You were bench pressing with his penis.
Oh, looking up, kid. So anyway, Kim Anderson, very, very interesting, striking look. But yeah, she turned into something, actress. I think she dated Duff McKagan for a while. So yeah, she was something.
I totally regret not having her and Susie Hatton. Shit. All right. My number one. This chick was in a band. Uh, it's not a hair metal band, though they do have a song called One Word that might be kind of close. Her name is Susie DeMarchi from the Baby Animals. Now, here's her connection to hair metal, other than the fact that she was a singer in a band. She married Nuno fucking Betancourt. They were married for like 16 years. Go check out the Baby Animal, and she had dark hair, short, unbelievably beautiful. Holy fuck. Go check out the videos by the Baby Animals for the song Painless and the song One Word. First, those songs are fucking great. I bought the album because I heard Painless. I didn't know what she looked like. I was just like, fuck, that song is amazing. And then I saw her and I was like, holy shit, she's amazing. So Baby Animals, they're from, I don't know where they're from. They're from a different country. So they actually, that first album that came out in like 91, I think, did pretty well. I think they're from Australia, did pretty well overseas. She obviously was a video vixen for people who knew of the band. Meets Nuno, they get married for like 16 years. They got divorced. I think Baby Animals broke up for a long time, got back together. Anyway, the first time I saw it, and again, I like the girls with the short hair, and she had short, dark hair, just unbelievably hot. And she is my number one, Susie DeMarchi.
Nice.
Go listen to those songs. I shit you not. Write them down. Baby Animals, One Word, and Painless. And I think you'll like the music, and you will definitely like her. So
Cool.
that finishes. Let's do some honorable mentions because we're not probably doing this fucking thing again. So what are your Mariah? What are your honorable mentions for your video here?
Yeah, my honorable mentions. A little surprised this one didn't get mentioned because she was one of the ones I thought of and she just barely missed my list. Her name is Rana Kennedy. She's from the Alice Cooper Poison music video.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Brunette, absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to put her on my list. Couldn't. Wendy Berry, who was the warrior queen from Looks That Kill.
Oh wow.
Main role. Also,
From Motley Crue, Looks to Kill. Okay.
yeah. Nita Strauss, Janet Gardner, the girl Sharon Tate, Love and War, Sharice Neal, and Lita Ford.
Okay. All right, Jay. Who's your honorables?
Well, I didn't have any when we started this video, but now I got a couple.
Okay.
Alicia Silverstone being the first one, and Susie Hat being the second.
Okay. All right. Ryan, what do you got?
I had the original Vixen guitar player, Jan, and I don't want to butcher her last name.
Kuhneman or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, she passed away, but she was beautiful. When you mentioned that we could, we're allowed to have people we didn't know who they were. All the chicks in the Blow Up Your Video AC/DC music video, there's like a schoolgirl, and then there's like two girls that are in the back of that Angus is playing in the back of an old classic car with. They're amazing. Tia Carrere from the Wayne's World, because that works, that qualifies.
Yep.
The whatever chick was on the unedited Hurricane Slave to Thrill with the whatever was going on in that thing.
I know.
That's a good one. And then my last one, which this could be a little touchy, but it's more so just a compliment. I didn't know that Janie Lane's daughter was so fucking beautiful. Maddie Lane.
Oh, fuck.
And I saw that interview with her on the one guy you said, Jason Green. Is that
Jason Green?
I had no idea, and she's like a current Instagram, big deal. And holy moly, is she beautiful! So Maddie Lane is my final one.
I want to interview her. So like, I'd like to hear about her life, but I'd love to hear her talk about, growing up. Yeah. The daughter of Janie Lane would be amazing. She
covered some Warrant songs too.
Yep. She did.
She's a good singer.
She can sing. My honorables. Bianca Butthole from the band Betty Blowtorch put out an album called Are You Man Enough in 2000. She's the singer. She died in 2001. She was really hot. And that band was just like her name was Bianca Butthole. The guitar player was Sharon Needles. They all had fucked up names. Anyway, Tanya O'Callahan from Whitesnake. The band Legs Diamond. Go check out the Town Bad Girl, the cover
Dude.
of that album.
I looked that story up too, and she was like a stripper, and they were. Did you look up the story about?
Didn't.
Yeah, so like that photographer didn't have permission for any of this, and that was just like a random photo. She was just a stripper that they like randomly got the photo of, and she's like beautiful, and that ass is insane. And she sued the fuck out of them, and
Did she?
and her name is not out there.
I'm sure. Fuck. Wow. Okay. Lorraine Lewis. Interview, Lorraine, interview. Shit. Lori Carr from the Slaughter Stick It To Ya. And Lita Ford. So those are my honorables. I could have added a bunch. Susie Hatton. I thought about the girl on the cover of the Bite Down Hard album from Brittany Fox. So anyway, okay. So that brings us to the end of the 10 hottest hair metal chicks in history. And with that, we would love to know in the comments, who are the girls we missed? What did you think of our lists? I don't know if I could pick a winner. I mean, obviously I probably won, but
I think I won. I think I had the best list. I think mine was pretty
I
fantastic.
thought I had some of the more obscure ones.
None of you had Janet Gardner high enough to win, so it's
Okay.
obvious who won here. Okay.
Okay. All right. So anyway, yes, let us know in the comments what you thought about our list. Tell us who we missed or who your list is. And with that, it's time to say goodbye to our round table members. Mariah from California, thanks for being on and talking about the chicks that you are lesbian for.
Absolutely. This was a lot of fun. A lot of beautiful women. Who complains about that?
That's certainly I'm not gonna. Okay.
Yeah, straight or not, I don't think people are complaining about that one.
That's right. Okay. Hey, follow her on X. I'll put her X handle up there. Jay Brannon from City to City in Stone Park Ritual. Thanks for being on, man.
Always a pleasure. And it's a great topic.
Yes, it was. And tell your girlfriend I said hi. And right beside him, or right above him, or right beside me, Ryan from City to City and Metalcast. Thanks for being on, man.
Thanks, man. I hope you noticed that we kind of sped through this one compared to the guys where we had like that sense of uncomfortableness. I think that made us explain ourselves a little bit more. But this was great.
Yes, the guys one was, and I think because in the guys one we had a lot more music. You know, besides talking about being hot, we'd be like, oh, they did this album and that album, and we talk about their music shit. And with these people, it's like, yep, they're hot. So hopefully you guys, and while we say that, hopefully you found this interesting, because even though we didn't know a lot about the people, you can obviously tell by the size of our erections at how much we were into the topic. And Mariah. Well, how big was your erection, Mariah? Just kidding.
Bigger than Jay's.
All right. Hey, go in the comments, do that. Like, subscribe. What the hell? Ring the bell. Hey, check out Hair Metal Mansion on Rock 101 KLOL every Saturday from 6 to 8. In the description, you'll find that link. You'll find link for Hair Metal Guru merch. You can also become a member, and you get early access to videos, and you get first response to comments. Hey, whatever you can do to support the channel, I just appreciate you being here. Until the next video comes out, my name is Anthony. They call me the Guru. Take care of yourselves. Boom. Boom.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good. It was.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be as long as the other one, because I was like, fuck. I didn't have I had very little notes, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know what I was really supposed to say. Okay, they're hot, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, same thing. I mean, like, yeah, the chicks that were on my list that were actual musicians,
Yeah.
they're hot as fuck. They have
We know
limited
everyone's
background
watching for
music.
the pictures you're going to put up of them so they can look at the pictures of all the beautiful ones we
Right,
mentioned.
and they have the limited background musically. I mean, it was not much to tell.
Yeah. But no,
I can't believe you guys didn't know Robin Beck. She's so fine.
I gotta look her up.
yeah,
She's.
I wrote it down,
she's-
so I'm gonna listen to her shit after this.
Yeah.
So, all right, I can't remember who was on. The next video I'm gonna put out is gonna be the poison 10 things I think. Were any of you guys in that one? I know.
Oh,
I think I did it like on a Wednesday, so it was probably Patrick and somebody else.
Oh, I'm excited to hear it.
I got a shit ton of videos in the can, like waiting to go. So I'm gonna let you guys roll. I'm gonna get to editing. So if anything comes up, shoot me a text. But thanks for being on. I appreciate it.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you. This was fun.
Thanks, man.
It's even more fun than I thought it was gonna be. So
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you guys
Thanks.
later. Have a good one.
see you later.
later.